All right, so we are going to manipulate an actor with our move box sequencer that we created. So I'm going to go ahead and place a cube into the environment, and I'm going to scale it up just a little bit and then squash it down to make a little platform like so. I'm going to place the move box sequencer in the environment just so I know which of my sequencers is activating which object. Whenever we hit play, this sequencer icon is going to disappear, so it doesn't really matter. Just placing it for visual reference for myself. So I'm going to double click on the move sequencer. That'll bring up my sequencer panel, and then I'm going to click on my cube in my world outliner, drag it into my sequencer left hand side. Now you can see that I have a cube, and it gives me access to all the location, rotation, and scale for that cube. So now what I want to do is I want my cube to start from this location. So I'm going to click on this button, which is add a key for the current time. So I'll click there, and it gives me keys for all of the rotation, location, and scale. If I only wanted to add a key for location, I would click this keyframe, and vice versa. If I only wanted to do rotation or scale, I would click these, and it would only set for that specific orientation there. So now what I want to do is I'm going to make this cube move from this position over to this position and then back. So I want to move my time slider about halfway, like here. I'm going to move my cube all the way to the wall. I'm going to click on add keyframe, and then I'm going to drag it, my timeline slider, to the end of my timeline, and I'm going to left drag select all of these keyframes, hit Control C, and then I can hit Control V, and it will paste those keyframes wherever my time slider is. So now you can see that if I move the time slider, my animation travels, or my cube travels back and forth. So in order to make this visible in the game itself, go ahead and hit save, close that or minimize it, and go ahead and hit play, and you can see that the cube is stationary. So what we have to do is we have to select our sequencer for that cube, and then we can come into our details panel, go to autoplay, and click the autoplay selection here. And now when we hit play, you can see that our platform now travels back and forth, and then it ends its animation. If we want this to continue to do a constant loop, then under our details panel, we can go to the loop section and close or open this up and change loop indefinitely, or we could go to loop exactly, and then we could set the number of times we want this to loop. I'm going to hit loop indefinitely and hit play, and so now if I move my character up to this area, you now see that I have a platform that is in continual motion. So this would allow me to implement this into my game design.